Okay, what's up, everybody? This is Peter Chow, and I'm so happy to be here with you because I'm going to show you some of the secrets that I have um, managed to execute, managed to leverage on that helped me build my six-figure online business back in 2017 and 2018. And I'm going to share with you exactly what I did, the three main secrets, the three main executions that I've done. And I'm going to, at the end of the seminar, I'm going to give you something special, okay? And I hope you're excited as me to learn some of my automation secrets. Today's topic is all about leveraging a Facebook Messenger bot, okay? And I'm happy to be here with you to host this training webinar so that I can share with you my three main secrets. And let me just show you my slides. And today, we are all going to discover how a secret messenger chatbot hack can 10 times your online business in 2019, all right? Without you needing a list, without needing an authority, without needing social following or coding. Basically, what I'm going to show you is exactly how I got started in this industry with nothing, no name for myself. I'm basically a nobody. Now, in the previous job, I was a somebody in the industry, okay? But when I get into the internet marketing realm, I'm basically starting from scratch. So if you guys says that you have nothing, no, you don't have leads, you don't have authority, you don't have social following, wonderful, it's perfect because that's where I got started, all right? And later on, I will show you how exactly you can ethically knock it off in less than 5 minutes, all right? I'll give you something really special. Okay, so while I'm sharing you the three secrets, it's basically it's a blueprint of how I created my six-figure online business with three weird bot hacks, okay? And basically what I managed to do is I redefined the user experience for my audience. It is something that is unavailable back in 2017 because the 2017 was when Messenger as a platform began to gather attention, begin to come out from the woodworks, okay? So it's totally new. In fact, if you talk about where it is today in today's market, it is still considered an infant, okay? So we are going to, I'm going to give you something special at the end of the webinar. Now, if you stay till the end, right, I'm going to give you my exact automated process flow, as you can see from the screen over here, okay, the exact automated flow, so that you will have something that you can model on. You will have something that has proven to be working that you can start playing with and tweaking, and then you learn, because there's no other better way to learn by playing with it. All right, learning is nothing if you don't execute. So my goal is very simple. I want to show you what's been working for me in leveraging one of the most effective communication marketing platform available. We are talking about Facebook Messenger chatbots, right? And what I want to do is to expand your perspective, to expand your mind, so that you can see, maybe for the first time, maybe for the second time, but just to solidify the idea that Facebook Messenger as a platform, as a marketing platform, has huge potential. Okay, so I'm going to need your attention. Please silence your phone and turn off notifications for your social media so that you can fully focus on what I'm going to teach you. Okay, and I'm going to show you my exact chatbot execution. So who, what, why, how, and at the end of the training, I'm going to give you a very special offer. Now, a quick snapshot of where we are right now, okay? We are in a brand new digital landscape. What that means is that we are living in a totally different world compared to 5-10 years ago, where social media wasn't even really that big. The messaging platform, while everybody is talking to each other, but nobody is on there to talk to a business. No business is on that platform to use it or to leverage it as a marketing channel, right? So what is Facebook Messenger marketing? Let's take a look at the definition first. It is just a simple act of marketing to your customers using a messenger app, okay? And we are talking about Facebook Messenger in particular. It's basically the next wave for online marketers. It is going to be that big. And what is then chatbot marketing? There's a difference between Messenger as a platform and then the chatbot. Okay, the chatbot is basically a software or an application or a service as an application online on the internet, that when you integrate with Messenger as a platform, it expands the functionality and the feature set of Messenger itself. Okay, now Messenger, for instance, you can do certain things, right? The moment you integrate that with a chatbot, it expands its functionality, and it all of a sudden it becomes your superhero. All right, it enables you to do certain automation that you will never think that it is possible if you don't see it yourself. Okay, for instance, I'm going to show you what I've done, and you will see for yourself what I mean. Bots are the future. So basically, you got to understand this is where the world is heading. That is why Facebook has put so much attention and so much focus on promoting the Messenger platform as a marketing channel. Okay, you got to understand that bots are the future. All right, let's look at the growth of Messenger users so that you understand the potential and the landscape that we're playing in. Okay, so Facebook ads ecosystem. Just look at what we have today. The monthly users, as per Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and we have WhatsApp, we have Snapchat, we have Twitter, we have Messenger, we have WeChat. Okay, now look at which platform has the biggest chunk of monthly users. Okay, we can see Facebook, we can see YouTube, we can see what Instagram is coming up, and WhatsApp, Messenger, WeChat. And take note of which one is a messaging platform. We have WeChat, we have Snapchat, we have WhatsApp, Messenger, and Instagram and Twitter, right? But look at which one is highest. And also know that who owns what. Facebook basically owns the top 3 messaging platform, which is WhatsApp, Messenger, and Instagram. So together, Facebook basically owns the ecosystem, they monopolize the ecosystem, right? So let's take a look at the next thing, which is Messenger users growth in terms of numbers. Okay, in April 2017, 1.2 billion Messenger users. By September 2017, it's grown to 1.3 billion. Can you imagine it right now? Today, we are in 2019. So looking at the trajectory of the growth, it is going to be continued growth in that trajectory. Okay, exponential growth. Let's take a look at this chart again on the left-hand side. And as you can see, the top 2 messaging platform is WhatsApp and Facebook Messenger. All right, and the rest, if you even combine them, they don't even come close. So you know that in terms of messaging as a platform, Facebook owns them. Messaging platform growth has surpassed social networks. At one point, we know that social networks are the platform that has been growing so fast, right? But now it has been overtaken by the messaging platform. And if you further look at the top 3 messaging platforms that is in use, most popular in certain countries, right? China, Germany, Japan, UK, and US, you will begin to see that Facebook Messenger alone is pretty much dominating the scene. If you combine overall, Facebook Messenger has the biggest global reach, right? Okay, and also there's a recent article on Adweek that says 68% users prefer messaging over email, prefer messaging over a phone call when they are in a position to need to talk to businesses. Okay, brands who are not capitalizing on messaging are missing out on channel. Okay, so you got to understand where we are today. And financial institution has already from several years ago already started to adopt the messaging platform AI into the operations. Citibank, like for instance, my previous job, I was a senior vice president in user experience, leading creative team in a fintech institution, in a fintech company. So what we deal with are a lot of financial institutions and companies that deal with fund transfer all over the world, okay, global. And we begin to see that they are using AI extensively. They're using the messaging chat. They're moving into the messaging chat platform to enable people to easily send money from one to another. It's like peer-to-peer sending money. It basically creates a brand new user experience for people to transfer funds from one another. Okay, so that's the trend. Big financial institutions are already into it. And another big trend is this. Now, as you know, Facebook has already found its many ways to integrate Messenger as a marketing channel into the Facebook ads platform. And that's huge, all right? But recently, if you haven't noticed, you should start to notice, especially if you're playing with Facebook ads, you will see that WhatsApp has already been integrated into the Facebook ad platform as well, the ecosystem as well. So now you can send your ads or your traffic through an ad to WhatsApp as a destination besides Messenger. Again, that's a trend, okay? And then another trend is this. You will begin to see that big influencers in the world, key opinion leaders, like people like Tony Robbins, Gary Vee, Grant Cardone, Russell Brunson, Frank Kern, Elon Musk, they are all using a chatbot, a messaging platform in the marketing effort. Not only a marketing effort, but also in the way to support their fans and users and the clients and customers. Okay, so again, if they are already in it, it's about time everybody should be thinking of adopting the platform. Right? We are living in an attention economy. So what that means is that the messaging platform has become a powerful business platform where you can build your brand and reach your customers like never before. Business has to go where eyeballs are because that's the pond with the biggest amount of fish. And if you're not there, you can bet that your competitor or other advertisers are going to be there. Okay, if you're not there, you are going to lose out. If you're not ready, if you're not prepared, if you're not equipped to compete in that where the biggest chunk of the audience are, then you are going to lose the game. All right, so instant messaging is basically where the eyeballs are. People spend most of the time on, as you can see, today's environment, you can see people texting each other all day long while they're commuting, and they're not even talking to each other on the phone. They're just texting and texting and texting, right? So people prefers to deal with businesses via text as well. Okay, so let's just take a look at the overall industry. We're talking about 1.3 billion users, meaning the moment you get onto the messaging platform, specifically the Facebook Messenger itself, you already have access to 1.3 billion people or audience, okay? And in 2018, imagine the numbers of people who are building bots, right? In 2018, there are already 300,000 bots in existence, active bots in existence. In 2017, just 1 year before that, the number was 100,000. In just one single year ahead, it went from 100,000 to 300,000. And imagine 2019, let's just say they're going on the same growth, and in 2020 it's going to be 500,000. Okay, so it's huge. So, okay, a little background story of who I am. Let me introduce myself. My name is Peter Chow, as you know. I'm a digital entrepreneur, internet marketer, speaker, trainer, coach, course creator, funnel hacker, designer, and that's what I'm doing today. That's what I'm known for. Previously, my previous job was SVP in the user experience, leading a creative team in a fintech company. Okay, so I'm going to tell you more about that story a little bit later on when we reach the right point. Before that, I was a award-winning creative art director. I also have done so many things before. I'm in sales, I was in flights service, founded an NGO and things like that, several startups, and a lot of them failed, by the way. And basically, it shows you one thing: I'm very flexible. I can move from being an entrepreneur and being an employee. I have no problem with that, and I don't hate my boss. And I don't hate my job. I basically like my job because I'm very good at what I do. Okay, so let's take a look at the next one. Now, this picture shows where I grew up in. It is a very poor neighborhood. All right, this is one of the block in the clusters of government flats. It's 5-story walk-up apartment. That's an interesting story behind this, because this area, the whole area here, are known to be that has many drug addicts. At night, in the evening, late in the evening, they will all show up at the stairwell and they will have their fakes, and then they will sleep it off at night. Okay, that's what they do. Sometimes they climb up on the roof. There's a gap, as you can see on the picture. There's a gap there. They will just find their way to climb up there so that they have their own little private space and can do the fix, right? And the interesting thing is that none of the residents are ever being bothered by the drug addicts. They were just there at night to do whatever they do, and then they would disappear by the morning. And me and my brothers, we prepared to go to school. We walk down the stairs early in the morning, and we will always see them. Okay, so it's interesting. So basically, I come from a very poor family. I have nothing much. We just make do with whatever we have. Okay. So I do remember when I was in school, in primary school, and one of the interesting thing is that, the assignment is what do you want to be when you grow up? So I always remember I wanted to be a scientist because I love comic books, I love superheroes and things like that. And scientists are the job where there is always an accident happening. And when an big accident happens, the scientists always turn into a superhero. That's why I wanted to be a scientist. But as I grow up, of course, that's, little boy stuff. When I grew up, I wanted to be an architect. But as I mentioned before, I don't come from a very well-to-do family. We don't have enough. So my parents are not able to afford to send me to college. So I have to give that up. And I went into private short courses. So I took up business management and a professional professional diploma in marketing. So I have a qualification in marketing. I took that because I wanted that as a backup. Knowing that I may go into something different, because at that time I don't know what I want to do yet, but I needed backup. So if everything fails, I can always come back to sales and marketing, because sales and marketing, and even at that point, I know that most businesses will always need a sales and marketing team, right? So after that point, I've done a lot of things. I went into like you've seen before. I went into in-flight sales as a cabin crew. I've gone into other form of sales, and in the end, I pretty much settled myself. I found my calling and settled myself to become a creative. I started my own interactive agency. I took it from a freelance operation, a one-person freelance operation, into a multi-award-winning design boutique. Okay, so that's where I have been for 10 over years. And after that, where everything I've gone through, I was headhunted to go into a fintech company, and then I lead a creative team there. So I was still a creative. And then when that company imploded because of a failed IPO, and they banked everything on the IPO. When the IPO failed, the whole company collapsed, and everybody has to be let go. Okay, including me, and that puts me in a position where it was the darkest point, one of the darkest points in my life, and I had to find something else to do, because otherwise I can't feed my family, right? So I became an entrepreneur again, and I have chosen at that time to go into internet marketing. Okay, and the interesting thing is this: I had a qualification in marketing, which is a graduate diploma in marketing by a very prestigious organization in the UK. But everything that I know theoretically about marketing are useless to me, including a lot of the stuff that I've learned running my agency in a creative environment, serving MNCs in the Asia Pacific region, delivering websites and campaigns and stuff like that. But that didn't equip me to take on whatever is in front of me in 2016. Everything changes so drastically that I have to unlearn what I knew and relearn all over again. Okay, that's basically the situation with me back then. So I went on to do a lot of trainings, because one of the things that I knew that I must do is to give back. Not only give back, because I knew for a fact that if I teach what I know, I get better at what I do. Okay, so I started working with my partner company, and I started providing webinar trainings for the company and the consultants in the company, right? So moving forward, I have created many programs and many training materials, but I haven't released everything yet. These are two of the items that I've released, so that I have training courses under my name now. I'm a speaker and a trainer. I have done so on stages in Sydney, Singapore, Hong Kong, Melbourne. Okay, and I begin to be known as the cutting edge bot guy, because basically what I teach, the main thing that I've chosen to differentiate myself from everyone else was chatbot automation. And most of the people who are doing teaching, they are all teaching Facebook stuff. Although I'm good at Facebook ads, there's no way that I can be able to position myself powerfully if I were to teach the same thing. So I need to find something completely different, and I managed to figure out that I am good at chatbot automation. So that's where I was. After doing this for over 2 years, right, there are several things that I managed to figure out that are very important as an entrepreneur. Mindset, leverage, mentorship, story, sales funnels, do what works, irresistible offer, proven frameworks. All these are very important in building a business, right? Especially an online business. But today, we are only going into the topic of leverage, and we are leveraging on chatbot automation. That's the time we have. Now, I learned through the hard way. I've spent over 100K in Facebook ads. Now, there's not a lot comparing to a lot of other people who are really big in Facebook ads. But also comparing to a lot of other people who just started, that's a huge amount of money in US dollars, right? So I learned traffic, I learned conversion, I learned lead generation, I learned about Messenger as a platform, and then I learned about integrations that need to integrate different platforms so that they talk to each other, and I can churn out an asset that I can follow up on. That's very important. Integration is a form of leverage, it's a form of automation as well. Then I basically discovered that I really, really hated stalking people, cold calling, some of the things that we learned to do, and running standard boring campaigns. And no, it's interesting that when I run my campaigns on Facebook ads, sometimes I get comments from people that says that you are a scam because I can see the same campaign being run by so many different people. There's no way that this can be legitimate when everybody is doing the same thing, right? So although it is a misconception, they just don't know how the internet marketing world works. But then it gives me, it opens up my eyes that I have to differentiate myself. So that's the reason why I'm on this journey. And I've lost leads and lost commissions along the way as well. So like I mentioned before, I've done a lot of things right, I've done a lot of things wrong, and I managed to figure some things out, right? So who wants the easy way? Okay? Who wants the easy way to cut your work by half? Right? Cuts your work by half with a more efficient, effective automation system. Everybody wants that, isn't it? Okay, so can you imagine what it will be like when you can automate your own marketing system and at the same time build a relationship with your audience? Because we all know that we need to achieve the know, like, and trust with our audience. Because otherwise, if they don't know you, they don't like you, they don't trust you, they're not going to buy whatever you are trying to sell. It's as simple as that. It's not about building a relationship. Now, one of the research that I've done during my speaking days was based on the questions that people ask me. How long does it take for me to find results, to get results, if I'm in this business, which is internet marketing? And I started looking at the results and the time frame that people are in, the track records that people have shared, and I begin to see a pattern. All right, so it doesn't matter whether they are good in Facebook ads, they're on YouTube. The main thing is CPA or blogging or Followup or warm market or even solo ads. It doesn't matter because everyone has their own speciality. But the interesting thing is this: if you can tell me, take a guess, what is the average time to the first 100,000 milestone? This is very interesting because it gives you an idea that leads to the next learning content. 6 months? 2 months? Cannot be 2 months, right? You guys have been in the business for a certain number of months or years already, and well, it's not going to be that short. So let me give you the answer. The average time is 2 years. Okay, some of them did it less than 2 years. Some of them takes a little bit longer, which is something like 3 years. But on average, the magic number is 2 years. So imagine this: if you don't have your results right now, okay, just hang in there. Don't give up, and you will find your results. Okay, I've achieved my 6-figure as an internet marketer in less than 1.5 years. There are several reasons why it is like so. I'm going to share with you why. One of the important point is that I found myself a mentor, and basically when I'm showing you this, I'm not bragging. I'm just trying to tell you what I have is that I have arrows on my back. I have dirt on my face. I've done whatever it takes to reach that point. Okay, so I hustle harder. I work a lot harder than most people. That's why I have results different from most people. Okay, and that's how I built my 6-figure affiliate marketing business in 2016, 2017, and 2018. Okay, I started becoming an expert in messenger bot marketing along the way. Now, let me do a quick disclaimer now. My results are not typical, meaning there are so many different variables at play. This is not a get-rich-quick program, and I'm not trying to tell you that you will achieve the same results. I'm just showing you what works for me, and it is very doable. All right. So today, let me get straight into the meat and potato of the training. Let's start. The 3 secrets of my weird bot hack. Okay, they built my 6-figure online business without needing a list, authority, social following, or coding. Here are the 3 secrets. Secret number 1, how I replace my capture page and autoresponder with a bot without any coding. Secret number 2 is how I streamlined and automated the registration process for a multi-city, multi-timing, multi-locations, global events campaign. Now, you can imagine how complex that is because we need to do a certain number of things. We need to capture a certain number of information before I'm able to pass that on to my partner company for them to acknowledge and accept that as a lead, for them to attend the campaigns. Okay, I was working with a partner company that is internet affiliate marketing, and they basically run events. All right, so I'm just promoting the events. Secret number 3 is how I 10 times my reminders, open rates, and CRT, click-through rate, while doing less work, getting more efficient. Okay, basically is how effective my marketing communications are. Let's take a look at secret number 1. Okay, are you guys seeing this? Right? Secret number 1, how I replace my capture page and autoresponder with bot. And why do I need to do that? Let me just get into a little bit of background. And again, without any coding, just to drive the point, because a lot of people think about bot, okay, a chatbot, integrating messenger, all that work, right? It's got to be very technical. I can assure you it is not. I'm going to show you how it is not. Okay, now, how I replace my capture page and autoresponder. This is the old standard way, right? So most companies that we work with, especially if it is a network marketing or MLM or a affiliate marketing company, they will provide the registration pages or the opt-in page or the landing page. They're all pretty much the same thing. It's an exchange of information for a link to register for something and get something in return, right? So the whole idea is to get people to attend events. As you can see here, I learned to drive Facebook ads to the registration pages provided by my partner company. And once they're registered, at a certain time in the future, they will attend events which are held globally, London, New York, Hong Kong, all over the world, okay? And they become a customer in the process. And when they register, it goes into the autoresponder or a database of my partner company. So they capture everything and they will do a follow-up on our behalf. And this is how it looks visually. Facebook ad that leads to the registration page provided by the partner company, and everybody will hopefully come and attend the actual event, okay, where the sales happens. Okay, here are a set of challenges, and this is why I needed to do what I needed to do. So for you to understand what it is first, there's no control. Second, there's no proper tracking. Third is lost registration. Fourth is lost commissions. There's no leads. I don't get to build my assets because when people register, it basically goes into the database of my partner company. I don't get to have anything unless they actually register. But those who went to the registration page but did not register, then I wouldn't know whom they are. Okay, but they are still a lead, by the way. So in that sense, I wasted a lot of ad money. Okay, so what is this? Why is this so important? Lost commission, lost registrations. Now let me go back one step and show you. Okay, so along this process, right, what happens is that where every lead that comes into the ecosystems is worth a lot of money to me because the commission is very high. This is a high ticket program. So what happens is that when someone comes into and make a sale, right, make a purchase, the commission can range from 1,250 to all the way to 20,000 plus. That's how high it is. But in this process, because I have no control, there are so many instances that registration got lost in the process. Okay, it just falls off the crack, and I would never be able to track. So that's the reason why, to me, I'm not willing to lose that registration that turns into commissions, that turns into also my leads, right? So that's the reason why I need to do something different. So I begin to learn from people who are making money, right? My mentor. So they started teaching me how to build my own landing pages. When I have my own landing pages and when I have my own autoresponder, I integrate them together. And when people register for the events, I capture the information and also capture that into my autoresponder, and I will be able to follow up with them myself on top of what is happening with the follow-up provided by my partner company. So there's 2 levels of follow-up. So that gives me a better chance of success. Plus, I can track who registers. I have my own database. I can compare with that of my partner company, and then I can tell them, okay, how come this person is registered with me, but it's not showing up on my back office, things like that. So with that, I'm able to cut down a lot of those missing things. All right. So this is very important. So recommended solution looks like this. I begin to put in my own landing page in between. Okay, but even though we have done this, right, there are still challenges because there's just too many landing pages, thank you pages that I need to create, too many email lists, too many email follow-up series. And it's a management nightmare, okay? Follow-up nightmare, reminders nightmare. There's just too much work to do. Then can you imagine this company runs many events all over the world, almost concurrently. Every month it can be like, for instance, let's just say 10 countries, 10 cities, 10 different events, okay? Every event could have 3 days, operated in 3 days to 4 days. And in between that time, there could also be, every day has 2 different timing, 12:30 and 6 p.m. Okay, and on top of that, there could also be different locations because day 1 can be Hotel B, Hotel A, day 2 can be Hotel B, day 3 can be Hotel C. So there's so many variables that I need to take care of. And if I were to just say I want to promote just 5 events for that month, that means I have to create 5 landing pages, 5 email lists, 5 email follow-up series, like that. And then I follow up with reminders for these 5. Can you imagine the amount of work that I have to do? Right? It's crazy. The IT system doesn't allow me to do any integration with the company for security reasons. So I have to come up with my own. So I experimented. So I began to put in, the first thing is my own landing pages. I've mentioned that to you before. And as you can see, the next screen is where I captured it in my Autoresponder, and then I move it, that information, I also integrate it with my Google Sheet so that I can start tracking easily who comes into my list. All right. So the next thing I did was, instead of imagine all the different landing pages for every respective cities, every respective individual campaign events, right? I created a single landing page, which I call it a multi-city landing page. One single, by the way, the 3 screens in the middle is one single page. It's just a different folds, okay? Just scroll down, you'll see more things. So I began to have my own multi-city landing page. One single page replaces everything. Can you imagine the amount of work that I'm able to cut out from there? So that saves me a ton of work and a ton of time. So the next thing I started to experiment with, I begin to put in automation. This is where I put in my chatbot in and started experimenting as well. Then the next thing I did was, just imagine this, right? Just take a look at this slide. The difference is I removed my landing page and I use my chatbot as the landing page because I can build landing pages within chatbot itself. Okay, so that's how I experimented. And this is one sample of how I use ManyChat. By the way, there are many platforms available for doing bots, chatbots, but I have gravitated towards ManyChat because of certain reasons. They have many features that I like, including one special feature I call it the flow builder that allows me to build things really fast, really easily, and I can see everything, the whole flow from like 35,000 feet up like that. Okay, so it's really easy for me to do. Anyway, the right hand side shows a screen of a sample landing page, a capture page that I can build with a chatbot. Let's move on. Okay, you guys seeing this? This is really interesting because this type of automation cuts down a lot of my work. Okay, so moving forward is, how do I cut down on my autoresponder stuff that I need to do? Follow-up stuff that I need to do. So I began to experiment with automated follow-up sequence. I built this within my bot, my chatbot. One single follow-up sequence replaces all the rest of the stuff that I was doing with my autoresponder. So I basically replaced my autoresponder. Okay, and imagine just like my landing page, one single landing page replaces all the multiple landing pages. Right here, you are seeing one single follow-up sequence replacing all the multiple follow-up sequences for every single country respectively. And broadcasting. Broadcasting is very similar to the email concept where you just send an ad hoc email. But in this case, I use broadcasting for this specific purpose is to do reminders. And my reminder is basically to remind them to attend the event, because a lot of people registers, they don't show up, okay? So if later on you will see the numbers, the percentages, if I was able to achieve let's just say 10% of people opening up my emails when I do a reminder for them to show up on email, imagine when I use this system, it automatically have 100% to maybe even 90%, 90 to 100% of people opening up and reading the reminder message. Okay, that means I will have a better chance of converting them and reminding them and them showing up at the event. Okay, so it also allows me to build my list, because the interesting thing is this: whenever they opt in and started communicating with me or going through the registration process with my bot, I will capture the information. And I know that a lot of information that I'm able to capture, I can know that they are legit, because those information comes from their profile on Facebook. Previously, when I get some information, like for instance, the name, the email, I have to, when they don't reply my email, I have to go out on the internet and start to search for them. Maybe I put an email on Facebook, or try to Google them, or LinkedIn, or whatever, right? Even if I find the same person, one single name will have many people with the same name. If I put in an email and then I found a Skype account, for instance, right? But I would never 100% sure whether that person is the right person or not. But in this case, guess what? I click on the profile and I know for sure, 100% for sure, that I am reaching the right person. So that's how powerful, and one of the very powerful reasons why you should be on a chatbot. So wrapping up secret number 1 is the 3 reasons why most people should never need to manage so many moving parts. Very simple. We are too busy to handle so many things, right? We have time, especially from the feedback you guys gave me in the survey. A lot of you have full-time jobs, okay? That gives you very little time to play with. You don't have much time, okay? You're just too busy, okay? You have to take care of this, take care of that. So basically, automation allows us to do things on autopilot and making us more efficient, because we don't need to manage so many moving parts, okay? Simplicity is this. Okay, let's move into secret number 2, if you guys are ready. Secret number 2 is how I streamlined and automated the registration process without any coding. Let me stress that again, okay? Streamlined and automated the registration process. I mentioned before, the registration process is super complicated. The event registration usually looks like this. This is on a capture page, right? The same system that thousands and thousands and thousands of consultants are using. That's the reason why I've got comments like, everybody is doing the same thing, is marketing the same thing. Is this real or not? Then I began to experiment with the automated registration sequence, my own. I built this on my own. And I began to take care of the registration on Messenger itself, without needing them to go through and filling up forms, okay? This is super powerful. So experimenting means putting in the work and test to see what works better than the existing system, right? And this is one of the very first few experiments that I did. One single registration bot takes care of one single country. So I started that way, one country at a time, okay, one sequence at a time. And it's okay, it's pretty efficient. But as I started to play and get better at this, then I begin to see there are better ways of doing that. This is one of the final version. And I begin to experiment with multi-city. So you see the panel, the message panel on the left-hand side, you can see the buttons, right? So those buttons are the countries. They only need to select the countries that they are in. And the moment they click on the countries, then they will get more information which guides them through the registration process. Okay, it may look complicated here on the screen, but I can show you it is not, because you only need to understand the concepts. You didn't need to follow one flow. The rest are just duplicate, and it goes to the same registration engine. Okay, super efficient. And this is the final form that I have perfected. It was even more efficient than the previous one I've shown you. This is the final form, and I'm going to go in detail how this is organized, okay? I call it my automated global events registration engine, okay? So it's divided into 3 sections, A, B, and C, as you can see in the screen. So let's go into A. Now, when people click on an ad, a Facebook ad, they will be presented with one single message, and that's A, right? Now, when people comes into A, they will be asked to select the city that they are in, or rather select the city that they would like to attend the events, right? The way it works with Messenger platform is that if they were to tap on that button, then they get to subscribe into my bot and I'm able to continue the conversation with them. But if they come to this point and they don't tap on anything, I will not be able to continue the conversation with them. So this is a built-in safety to protect the user, the audience. Okay, so this is a good thing. It makes sure that people explicitly wanted to opt in into something to continue the conversation with me. Okay, so this is a good thing. So moving forward to B, when they tap on that, I'm going to present them with a choice of cities that they can select. So I'm using the gallery feature, which is available in the chatbot, and I'm presenting the information in a brand new, totally fresh way of experience. The user journey is totally different, and it is really, really nice. Okay, I'm going to show you later on. So the moment I select the city, they are going to get tagged. Okay, these are the action that is happening behind the scene, and I'm doing a certain certain executions that tags them, that pull in certain data and put it into the custom field, and I begin to build information on the profile in my list for that person. Okay, it's just like Google's and Facebook are collecting data all the time. So when they interact with me, I'm collecting data so that I build a profile for them. And they will be given more information, and I present them with 3 buttons, which are the dates that they can select. Okay, the first thing I want them to select after the city is the dates, which works for them. And when they press on the date, they select the date, there will be certain actions as well, because I need to capture certain things properly. Then they move on to C section, which is my registration engine. Everybody goes to the same destination, which is a registration engine. And registration engine is super efficient, because previously, you imagine I have to collect so many information and I have to prepare all those information. Now I'm only in this C section. I'm only asking them 3 questions. What are the time they prefer, 12:30 or 6 p.m.? And what is the email? And what is the mobile number? And one very powerful features that you got to understand about chatbot is, because it is linked to Messenger, Facebook, is the fact that when I ask these questions, their official email, which is pulled from the profile, will be presented in the Messenger, okay, including the mobile number. It will be pulled from the profile, and it will be there, presented there. All they need to do is just tap. And you compare that to the experience that when they go to a form, they have to click, drop down, select something, then they have to type in the information, the name, they have to type in the email, they have to type in the phone number and things like that. Over here, it's just tap, 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 and it's done. Okay, it's totally new experience. It's super efficient. It just creates a very efficient way, a more enjoyable user journey for the audience, right? Then at the bottom, you can see I'm collecting all the information and present it back to them as a confirmation straight away, immediately. Okay, and then repeat the information for them, including the name, the city, the location, the timing, everything. So it stays on the Messenger platform. And the important thing is this: imagine if you receive an email. Okay, nobody bothers to remember all those details, right? But on the day itself, when they're on the way to the event, they forget the exact location. So what are they going to do? They have to search the emails. Sometimes the email goes to spam folder. Sometimes when they open, but the moment you want to find something, you really cannot find on email. Just too many. Gone are the days when we were looking forward to receive emails, because we don't receive a lot of emails. But now we have hundreds and thousands of unopened emails. And when something like this comes in, we always look at this as spam. Okay. Anyway, it's very difficult to find those information that require from our email inbox. But it is super easy for them to find those information because all they need to do is open the WhatsApp Messenger app, and it's there. They can refer to it, which is on device they always have. Okay, so it's super efficient. Not only for me, but also for the user. Okay, this is how it looks like as an architecture. ABC is presented over here, so I don't need to go into too much details. I'm going to save some time. The yellow one are the tagging, the action that happens behind the scene that they don't see. Okay, and then in the end, I even allow them to put in information to bring a friend if they wanted to. Very efficient. So wrapping up secret number 2 is the 3 reasons why most people should leverage on simple automation is we are just too busy to handle so many manual processes. We don't want to waste time doing unnecessary work. Okay, this is important because we don't. Who wants to waste energy and effort? Doing things over and over again is insanity. Deliver effectively on fulfillment, reminders, and things like that. Effective communication. That's what we're doing. Okay. So isn't that interesting, you guys? Now let's move on to secret number 3. How do I 10 times my reminders and follow-up open rates and click-through rates without any coding? Always without any coding. The important question is this: how do I lower my bounce rate, unsubscribe rate, and increase open rate and click-through rates? To me, the most important thing are these 2: open rate and click-through rate. Okay, the rest, the other stuff, are not so important to me. Let's take a look across the social channels. Facebook has a 12% open rate. Email, 29%, Twitter, 20%. Messenger has a 98% now. If you understand how powerful this information is, if you're always just on email and you have always been receiving let's just say that the standard average 29%, I don't even get 29% nowadays. Okay, if you are able to get 29%, wonderful. But what happens if you're on another platform, for instance, Messenger, without doing anything really, really different? Just by being on a different platform, you increase that success rate, that open rate to 98%. Okay, isn't that powerful? And imagine if you're using both, 29% on one side, 98% on the other side, that increases your communication way, way more. Okay, Messenger platform has always been compared with email marketing. Let's take a look at the numbers. Email has an average of about 10 to 40% open rate in general. Messenger has 80 to 100% open rate. Email has 0.5 to 2.5% click-through rate. That means click-through rate means when they get an email, there's a link in the email, I actually go and click on the email that brings me to wherever the email wants me to go. Okay, that's a click-through rate. Messenger has a 55% to 75% click-through rate. Now imagine if you can take your communication open rate from 10% to 80%. Wouldn't that make a huge difference in your conversion? Don't you think so? Right? So this is my get response open rate. You can just take a look at this, right? 6.99%, 9.73%, 7 something, 12%, 11%, 19%. The 50% I don't count because it's a very small sample rate. It's only 2. 12%, 11%, right? Yes, you can see my rate is way less than the 29%. And if you look at the click-through rate, I have 0. something percent, 4.85%, 4.23%, 0%, like that. It's terrible. Okay, it's really terrible. So let's take a look at my results with a chatbot. Open rate, 100%, 100%, 100%. Click-through rate, 29%, 73, 95, 60, 75% click-through rate. Right? Imagine if you can even get things like this in your business. You're basically going to 10 times your results. All right? So wrapping up secrets number 3. 3 reasons why most people should never ever suffer spam emails. Because basically, marketing emails, people always look at marketing emails as spam. Okay, let's just face it. We are just too busy to waste follow-up efforts. Okay, when we continue to follow up and follow up and follow up, but they are not opening our emails, it's wasted effort. Want to build a respectful relationship now. Why people call email spams? Because there hasn't been any respect in that relationship anymore. It used to be, but not anymore. Messenger platform using the messenger itself is different because Facebook puts in certain rules and regulations to protect the interests of the user. Okay, that means we have to learn certain principles and certain guidelines to remain respectful to the audience. That is very good for the industry. That is very good for us as a marketer. If not, marketers are known to always screw things up. We take a brand new platform and screw it up, like for instance, email. When it first got started, it was very efficient. I remember 10 over years ago when I was running newsletter campaigns for my clients, I used to have 70% open rate. And you just look at my open rate right now. Okay, it's really terrible. So everything has changed. And they enable more effective communication. If they're not opening the emails, basically your communication is ineffective. All right, so anybody wants to see a demo? The live automated registration bot. Okay, cool. All right, so yeah, what you're seeing on the screen is my mobile, okay, my iPhone. As you can imagine, I'm going to show you right now. Right, imagine that I just tap on the Facebook ad, and the first message I receive is this. Okay, an image, and it says, "Awesome, Peter, to begin your free event registration, please select the city you're in." Okay, if you ever want to unsubscribe, you can do so. So I select my city. Okay, follow along with me. Now you need to ignore the messages on top because I have another app that basically, because I'm the admin, it keeps updating me of whatever is happening to my bot. Okay, so I'm always aware. So as you can see here, I have 2 rows of gallery cards, right? It's called card system. I can see San Francisco, San Diego. Can you see the way I'm interacting with this? Right? Isn't that interesting? On the second, well, the first row, what I did is that it's up to you how many rows of information you want to organize. It's totally up to you. The way I organize it is because I'm marketing so many different cities, right? I organize my US and my Canada cities on top row because we have a lot of US cities running. And the second row, I'm putting the Asian city, the Australian city, as well as the New Zealand city, like that, okay? So it's totally up to you how you want to organize that. So let's just say that I'm going to select New York. So I just selected New York, and it gives me information here, right? Okay. Right, and you see that? Event schedule for New York, blah, 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 Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then I have 3 choices, right? Let's just say that I'm going to select Wednesday, May 1st. So what happens is that please select your preferred session timing. So I'm going to select 6 p.m. Next, please confirm your valid email address to receive your e-ticket and special attendance bonuses. Right? Can you see my email over there? I don't even need to type in my email. I just need to tap to confirm. And I know for a fact that it's a valid email. Next, please provide your mobile number. I'm going to type my mobile number to confirm. And I'm capturing, you know what I'm capturing? I'm capturing all those data pretty much seamlessly. So the next thing I do is, it says, excellent, your registration to the free workshop is now confirmed. Can you see that? This is a confirmation to give them immediate confirmation. And then I'm repeating the whole information for them again, which is name, email, mobile, city, session timing, and the date, and the venue address. Can you see how powerful this is? Right? I'm having all this information on my mobile. Very easy to find. Then I allow them to bring a friend, and if not, they say, I'm good, thanks. And then, I have a question, I can quickly come in and help them. Can you see how simple it is? Right? Okay, so let's just revisit the past hour. Would you agree that it's been time well spent? Right? However, I cannot cover everything because, as you know, there's so many things to learn, right? This past hour is just to show you what's possible, what I have done, which is the backbone of technology, or rather the strategy that has enabled me to reach a six-figure income, okay? And imagine if you can learn all this stuff. Imagine, even if you cannot code, you cannot write, you cannot sell, you cannot talk, you can still learn this stuff, okay? Just like me. When I first started, I know nothing about all this stuff, and I have to start from scratch, totally from scratch, I've mentioned to you before, and you can also do the same, all right? So imagine if you can just automate your own business processes, and imagine if you increase your marketing open rates and click-through rates by 10 times. Would that not make you more efficient and more effective in your communication? Imagine if you can begin to build a business on autopilot, okay? And build relationship for the know, like, and trust factor with your audience. And add an additional income stream of 500 or maybe 1,000 or maybe 3,000, depending on the opportunity that you have, or rather the business, the product, or the services that you're selling, okay? Imagine by increasing lead generation and conversion percentages, just because you're able to get in the equation. Now, for instance, in a normal flow of sales funnel or capture page, when someone clicks to get access to the landing page, I don't know who they are. I will only be able to capture the information if they complete the registration. What happens if people started halfway, but they have to stop because, for instance, they're in the queue to get a coffee on Starbucks, and their turn has come, and they say, "Okay, I'll continue with this later." But usually, people forget. Okay, things like that. So they doesn't continue with the registration. The registration is not complete. Or people who just reach that page, they wanted to do so, but they just don't have time. They were thinking, okay, when I get home, I'll do it, but they never do. But with my Autobot system, automated chatbot system, I know where they've stopped. I know exactly which point they stop, and I can quickly jump in and give them a gentle reminder to continue or to complete the registration process. Okay, and that helps my conversion rates. That's how my lead gen, the percentages jump up. All right, and one thing I gotta highlight, very important over here. You have to look at all this, right? Whatever I share with you is only one specific application. At that point, when I designed this, it was for my affiliate marketing business with this company, which runs a lot of events, and I'm just driving traffic to register for an event. Okay, that details doesn't matter, because you only need to understand the concepts, the thinking, thought processes behind how I design and how I create what I create. That's more important, because you can apply this to any industry, any business model that is applicable to you. Okay, so that's important to understand. Now, the next thing is this. Let me ask you a question. How would you like to work with me directly so that I can help you implement what we've just talked about, what you have just seen? Okay, so that I can help you apply the theory specifically to your business, whatever it is, so that you can get everything you need to execute and begin to see results in 2019. It's like that. Okay, so if I have a permission, I'm going to share with you a very special offer, right? And the special offer is this Chatbot Domination Masterclass. This is my flagship product, okay? Now, here's what you're going to get with this offer. A Chatbot Domination Masterclass online course. Chatbot Domination 4-week group execution coaching. This is going to be live coaching and a Facebook live Q&A, the ultimate resources checklist. Let me explain how valuable this is to you in a little bit. Total value is it's 3,338. Let me just move on. And I'm going to cover in detail every single item, okay? One of the most important thing that you guys have told me during the survey is that a lot of you say you have full-time job, you don't have too much time to spend, so you prefer to have something which will be like self-paced study, online course. So this is it, all right? This online course will cover everything, all the basics of how I created or I built the automated registration bot system for a global events marketing, including how I use ClickFunnels to integrate everything together. Because remember, I still need to have that single page. And I'm going to explain to you why I'm still not giving up on ClickFunnels, because I need the landing page. There is a very strategic reason for that, okay? And including, you will learn how to run Facebook Messenger ads. Okay, it is going to be very comprehensive because it gives you everything you need to learn how to build a Facebook Messenger app so that you can drive traffic to your chatbot. Okay, and then your chatbot is going to take care of lead gen, reminders, and all the good stuff. And this is exactly the foundation of my first 6-figure online business. All right, it's $997 value. Next, you will get the 4 weekly live execution coaching. This is also another thing that you guys have told me that you required, because one of the most important things that will help you grow your business, expand your business is coaching. Is someone to be there to help you, because chances are, let me tell you, if you're just taking on a self-study course, an online course, chances are you either will slack off because your excuses will come in, okay, will always come in. You need someone to always be there to kick your butt, simply put, okay? You need someone to be there so that they can help you along the way. You need somebody to show you if you're stuck on something, you have challenges, you will always get stuck on something, but someone will be there to guide you. All right, so this is very important. I'm going to run this in March, July, and September. Every time it's a 4-week program, once a week. And this provides the structure for you to get in so that you have the rigor of coaching. You have the rigor of someone holding you accountable to your own success, to your own results. All right. And week number 1, we're going to do Q&A and follow-up, because this is going to follow right after you do the online course. You will have questions, you will have challenges. So this is where I answer your questions. I follow up with whatever you have learned online, so that you will begin to see. Basically, I'm going to handhold you to create your own strategy, how to apply what you already learned. Okay, because what you're learning is how I built my registration engine. You need to know how to apply what you learn so that it applies to your business. Week number 2 is turbocharging your bot. Turbocharging this week is very important because there are so many updates, so many features that are being added to the platform. Facebook ads also have new features and things like that. So this is where I update you. And this is where I'm going to help you understand whether you should use this feature or not in your business. And if you are going to, this is how you should use this feature. Like, for instance, one of the latest things from last time, since the online course that was created, was the ability for you to charge money. That means payment collection. This is super powerful, okay? Payment collection. And then the other thing is they have started to integrate, although it's still beta, but it's a very good direction that they're going. They've integrated this with Facebook ads, meaning from within chatbot itself, you can start creating your ads, okay? And manage and run it from ManyChat itself. Thing number 3 is the real-world execution application. So I'm going to give you ideas. I'm going to help you understand all the tools and resources that you have. For the people who have mentioned in the survey that you have no idea how to apply, you have no idea how to use the theory that you learned into practical application. Okay, I'm going to give you that. You have no products. How are you going to proceed? I'm going to tell you what to do. You have a product, but you don't know how to use this funnel, or what funnel do you need, for instance, right? If you have a funnel, how are you going to integrate all that with your chatbot so that it makes a whole integrated, connecting the dot type of applications, and including, I'm going to give you a set of resources that you can use to run a brand new business. If you do not have a business right now and you wanted to start something on the side, everything is going to be given to you. Okay. Big number 4 is launching campaigns. Now, whatever you build, you have to learn to launch campaigns, because otherwise you're not going to get lead gen. So I will teach you how you can effectively leverage on which platform to start launching campaigns. That's why this is super important. Like I say, I'm going to run this in March, July, and September, and you will be able to attend all of them. That means not just 4 weeks, every session, every time. You are going to be able to continue to be in the community. It's pretty much like a mastermind community for free. You imagine 4 weeks times 3 is already 12 weeks. So right? It's $1,997 value. Next is Facebook Live Q&A. Very, very important because I need to be able to provide you with an environment where you can always have the system where you can ask questions, because questions is what you have. Chances are, right, you will hit roadblocks. Okay, and then I'm going to give you my ultimate resources reference checklist. It has a list of all the most important and most powerful applications, software, online tools, recommended trainings and things like that will make you 100% more efficient. So that you don't, questions like, what do I use if I want to do this? Okay, I'm looking at this software and this software. Which one is better to use? I want to increase my percentages of conversion. Okay, so what do I need to create in order for me to, things like that. All right, so I'm going to give this to you, plus I will explain how you use it so that you can be more efficient in your business for the $7 value. Next is private Facebook Skype group. This one basically is a platform for you to easily and quickly reach out to me, and also being supported by like-minded community entrepreneurs, okay, for the $7 per month value. So whom has this worked for? It works for affiliate marketers. It's really good for network marketers, digital agency owners who wants to serve local businesses, or rather, if you don't have a business, one of the fastest thing for you to get started is affiliate marketing and starting a digital agency so that you can serve your local businesses. What about if you're e-commerce, that you want to sell products? Yes. And if you're business owners, you want to provide more efficient support and deliver in-time information to your customers, this is it, okay? Expert coaches who want to deliver contents, courses, like that. Entrepreneurs, as long as you're an entrepreneur, you should be looking at integrating a bot into your system. Okay, here are some testimonials. Let me just quickly go into this. Mr. Pankaj Sanghi, a wonderful individual from Canada. He said he asked the right questions to lead me to effective logic-based decisions, okay, which has given me the edge to hustle quickly in laying my foundation of growth and success. So basically what he's saying is that I give him enough logic-based decision-making tool so that he can ask the right questions himself. And he has successfully created a new agency that focuses on serving the real estate industry in Canada. Okay, that's how successful he is now. Let's take a look at the next one. Joanne from Australia. Peter is really leading the way in his field. And what she means is that I'm really, really good at the chatbot thing, like you've seen earlier on. Plus, I'm also really, really good at funnel hacking. Okay. And also, I'm going to move into something brand new this year, which is webinar. And if you want to leverage on learning how to use all these tools together, this is where you are in the right position. Okay. Additionally, Peter has kindly offered coaching advice over and above my expectations. Okay. Thank you, Joanne. Michael Loxton from Canada, he says Peter has been instrumental in my online success. His mentoring and coaching provided direction and motivation I needed to go ROI in 10 days. Can you imagine? He went ROI in just 10 days. And I have some other people who ROI within a month, meaning whatever they invested, they get the money back. Meaning all the commissions that they get to earn moving forward are pure profit. You have to understand this concept. ROI is very important to me, and I drive that through to my team. If you have an opportunity to work with Peter, don't hesitate, don't look both ways, don't dip your toes in the water, just jump in with both feet and follow his lead, and you too will find success. Thank you, Michael. Okay, I have two choices. The first option is this: go as cheap as possible and try to sell as many as possible, right? But it wouldn't incentivize me to really stack up a value. I wouldn't be able to give you over 3 months, right? In March, July, and September, the 4-week live execution coaching, if I were to go this way. So I opted for the second option, which is, although it requires a little higher investment, but in exchange, I can devote more of my resources and guarantee your success. That's why I created that ecosystems of coaching, because everybody needs the accountability, everybody needs the environment. Because you're not in the proper environment, chances are you are going to slack, even if you get the best training in the world. I can almost promise you there's only 1% to 2% of you guys out there who are self-motivated to be able to make it. I'm looking to help more people, not just because the 1 to 2% successful people doesn't need what I have. The rest of the other people, the little guys, yeah, like you and me, will need the help that I'm giving you. Okay, that's why I've organize it the way it is. So again, what you're getting is a masterclass online course, $997 value. You're also going to get a 4-week group execution coaching, $1997 value, live Q&A, $297 value, the ultimate resources checklist, $47 value, total $3338, right? I'm not putting in the Skype group, $47 per month. Take it as an invisible bonus. Right, and here are the extra things that I'm going to show you. Bonus number 1 is ClickFunnels Mastery online course. You get another online course. Why is this important? This will allow you to learn how to hack a bridge funnel. And if you don't know what is a bridge funnel, you will get to learn what is a bridge funnel. Bridge funnel is one of the most important concepts in building a funnel, in the sales funnel. Okay, especially so if you're in affiliate marketing, network marketing, or you're trying to promote something a product or a service that belongs to another party that you don't have. Okay, bridge funnel is super important. You learn a proper way of how to create your own bridge funnel from start to finish and launch an actual campaign and begin generating up to 100% commission. This is very important because this is pretty much like a done-for-you solution for people who say, I don't know how to start. I don't want to build my own system. I don't have a product, right? So this is done for you, including the opportunity, including the product, including the delivery and fulfillment. You don't have to worry about that, okay? This program basically sells itself. You are just putting yourself in a position where people can see what the program is. And this is one of the very few programs that offers you 100% commission. Okay, this is super huge. If you understand this, you will know what I mean. So $197 value, it will give you the funnel, it will give you the product, it will give you the opportunity, it will give you the strategy, and you will begin to earn 100% commission income. Okay, this is the fastest way for you to start something. Okay, this is what it looks like. It basically takes care of people who says, I have no idea where to start. I have no product, I have no funnel, I have no skills, I cannot sell, I cannot talk, I have no social following, no authority, no time, no money. Guess what? You get everything free. Bonus number 2, how to create a lead magnet for ultimate income streams on autopilot is another online course, online training. This is where I teach you how to build your own custom lead magnet. Lead magnet is a desirable bribe so that you can exchange whatever you want to give people for their email address, for instance, right? Is one of the most important concepts, because otherwise, how are you going to get people to sign up to whatever you have to offer? The landing page, the capture page. No one will sign. Okay, you have to give them something of value, and lead magnet is one of the things. Okay, you can also use it to be given as a bonus. You can also use it to be given as a welcome gift or things like that. But most important thing is you get to learn how to build one yourself. Everybody needs multiple lead magnets. Okay, you are beginning to learn how to create your first. And lead magnet basically means lead generation. You need lead magnet for lead generation. Okay, now the one behind is my version. So imagine that the one in front is yours. All right, all you need to do is, once you learn how to do it, I will in fact teach you how to go about and creating and totally own it for yourself so that it becomes yours. Okay, lead generation bonus irresistible offer. It's part of your irresistible offer. Let's look into bonus number 3, Chatbot Domination Template Vault. I'm going to give you access to my vault of templates that I have already prepared, full bot sequence, which is customized for real estate industry. I have another one customized for chiropractors. I have another one for dentists and for coaching, network marketing, things like that. Okay, I'm going to start with 5. Okay, so what that means is that you will be given bots that you can install into your system. All you need to do is just go in, after learning what you already know, just customize it so that it becomes yours. And you can have my full blessings to resell them without limits. Meaning you can quickly, for people who doesn't have an idea, who doesn't have products, you know what? I'm giving you the product so that you can start a business two ways. Whether you can just sell the template away for $97 a pop to chiropractors, to dentists, to real estate, to gym owners, things like that, okay? You have something to sell. You have product that you can call your own. Or you can start an agency and serve local businesses like local chiropractors, local dentists, local real estate agents. So you have the necessary means to serve these people, these customers, okay? $497 value. Now, the next thing I want to show you is bonus number 4, Affiliate Express system. This is also done for you with complete opportunity, with the funnel done for you, with a product that you don't even need to create, you don't need to fulfill, strategy and income. Okay, $197 value. What it is a complete business in a box program. It will give you everything you need. You only need to go through a very super easy 6 steps training. Step number 1, do this. Step number two, do this. Step number 3, do this. By the end of 6 steps, within 1 week, you will have an online affiliate marketing business to launch that you can call your own, okay? If you are the person who says that I have no idea where to start, I have no product, I have no funnel, I have no skills, I cannot sell, I cannot talk, I have no social following, I have no authority, I have no time, no money, guess what? You will be getting this for free. You only need to learn 6 steps, go in, do some tweaking, and it's yours, okay? And it's a business model that will run on autopilot, including you will learn how to drive traffic. Very powerful, okay? And this will be an additional, because I'm very huge on multiple streams of income, this will add an additional side income for you, all right? Bonus number 5, Super Short Summit 2018 Sydney presentation. Now, I've done a number of training presentations in Sydney, Singapore, and Hong Kong. And those trainings, some of them are recorded, but I've never released them. So you are getting access to a recording of one presentation in Sydney. It's about 1.5 hours long, and you will get access to that, okay? Where I was teaching a group of online entrepreneurs in Sydney. It's $97 value. This will show you leadership. Because one of the things that you need to learn, because some of you say you want to learn leadership, one of the things you need to learn is to teach. Okay, there are many platforms that you can choose. Webinar is one of them, like what I'm doing now. Stage is another one that this recording is going to show you how I did what I do. Okay, and there are many ways that you can do so. So basically, leadership. This is a great way for people to get to know you. So here's what you're going to get. Let's recap. Online course, chatbot domination, $997 value. 4-week group execution coaching, $1997. Facebook Live Q&A, $297. Ultimate resource checklist PDF, $47. ClickFunnels Mastery online course, $197. How to create a custom lead magnet online course, $197. Chatbot domination template vote, $497. Affiliate Express System Business in a Box program, $197. Supercharged Summit 2018 Sydney presentation, $97 value. Total $4,523. Are you seeing this, guys? Okay. So testimonial from my friend John from States. Previous course and material content are thorough and shows you step by step, okay, how to get going building your online business, which can be applied to any businesses interested in leveraging and scale and reach of social media advertising and messaging platform. So basically what he's saying is that my stuff are really thorough, my stuff are really step by step, and my stuff is really universal to the point that you can really apply this to anything that you want to. Okay, it's not too specific. So testimonial from Jeffrey from USA. He goes the extra mile. I'm not going to read everything. I'm just going to highlight something, right? He goes the extra mile to add value on top of the products as well. Taught me how to effectively use them, and it's a source of inspiration to me. Thank you, Jeff. And here are some more testimonials that you can see. You inspire me and you support your team like no one else. I really appreciate your training. From Judy. Faiz Ramli says, that was the most detailed and practical mentoring session ever experienced. Well done, thank you. All right, so these are some of the stuff that you can see. Let's move on. Again, here's what you're going to get, the online course, 4-week group execution coaching, live Q&A, ultimate resource checklist, ClickFunnels Mastery online course, how to create a lead magnet, custom lead magnet online course, chatbot domination template, the affiliate express system, business in a box program, Supercharge Summit 2018 Sydney presentation. By the way, one thing I forgot to tell you is that the lead magnet course, right? It's not just showing you how to create a lead magnet. I'm also going to give you the template so that you can start. You don't have to start from scratch. Start from my template. Almost everything that I'm giving you, there are templates. That means you would never need to start from scratch. You will always have something, a foundation for you to hit the road running. There is always a template that I'm giving you, okay? That's my value to you. Because I don't want you to waste time starting from scratch. So let me ask you this question. If all I did, okay, was to teach you how to leverage the messenger platform, okay, share some simple strategies that you can run with, show you how to create and manage your own automation. If all I did was to help you build an additional lead generation channel, guide you how to build respect-based relationship and trust, and deliver a done-for-you fully functional chatbot, what if I give you access to all my trainings, my templates, my resources, so that you don't have to start from scratch? You always have somewhere to begin your journey on, improves the communication open rates, click-through rates, conversion, making your marketing communications all 10 times more effective, gives you extra 2 sales per month, okay, or make your business profitable finally, and help you gain more time and freedom, and basically give you that kick in the butt to finally get you moving and executing. Okay, my objective is to make sure that your 2019 is different from your 2018. Would that be worth it? That's my question to you. Okay, what is a thing worth? Okay, what is basically a thing? What is a thing worth? What is your thing? Could it be one more sale or one more client? Could it be start building a relationship with your audience from cold to warm so that you can begin your leadership, your personal branding, and build your know, like, and trust factor? What if your thing is done for you business model? I give you that. If you don't have that, if you don't have an idea, I give you the idea. If you don't have a product, I give you the product. You don't have an automated system, I give you a template to the automated system. Would that worth $1,000 to you? 5,000, 10,000 or more? How much would you pay to get those in order for you to achieve your thing? Okay, this is to show you that what others were paying me last round when I first launched Chatbot Domination in mid-2018. The original Chatbot Domination Masterclass when it first launched was $1,997. That's how much people were paying me to get into the program, okay? In fact, I charged more because there were two, back at the time I wasn't ready to do one-on-one online coaching. One-on-one coaching. But two of them actually insisted that they wanted to do one-on-one with me. Okay, they pay me a lot more. And that was my first 2 one-on-one client students. Okay, so a lot more. But as a group, this is the number that they paid me. Okay, and when they get into the program, they will have a membership area where they will get to learn about the bot foundation. They will get to learn leadership. I'm going to talk a little bit more about the leadership part. They will get to learn about automation, sales funnel, and Facebook ads. Okay, if you need to learn any one of these items, this is the perfect course for you. 5 modules. It was first originally released as a 4-module program. Okay, why it became 5 modules is because when I first scheduled to launch this, which was the first module, messenger marketing and chatbot system setup, something dramatic happened back then. If you guys remember the Cambridge Analytica saga, you know, the privacy issue that cropped up where Facebook leaks a lot of the information. It was sold and things like that. Okay, so at that point, Facebook were in deep trouble. They started stopping people from integrating into their page. So even when my students needed to set up the chatbot, but in order for the chatbot to work, they need to integrate that and connect that with the Facebook fan page. But at that time, they were unable to do so. So I pushed it back 1 week and started adding one more module, which is the brand and attraction marketing. It basically shows you how I built my brand, how I built my known, like, and trust factor, how I started doing attraction marketing, how I started stepping forward and started teaching, okay, and doing webinars, training, and things like that, and started going on stage to talk, and how I begin my journey so that you can see I started from nothing, were able to move towards a certain direction, and how you can do the same. Okay, you want to learn about leadership, you want to learn about attraction marketing, this is module 1 for you. Module 2, we went into messenger marketing. This is the most basic thing where you need to learn some basics about the platform plus the system setup. You need to set up some basic stuff first, okay? Module 3, events registration bot for the Facebook ad. So this is where you will learn exactly how I created my bot for event registration. Module 4, next one is custom events funnel and integration. So this is where I will show you my custom funnel, the multi-city single funnel. Okay, I'm going to even give you the funnel so that you can start off from there if you want to. Like I mentioned, templates are all given to you. Plus how I did my integration so everything talks to each other. The last module is Facebook ads, Facebook Messenger ads campaign, execution, and follow-up. Okay, how you create your campaigns, how you monitor, how you adjust, and how you determine whether you turn off certain ads or you ramp up and scale. So you learn all that. Now, moving forward is, again, this is what you're getting. Total value, $4,523. Okay, would it be worth it if you're going to learn all that? And plus, not only learning, but getting the environment where you get a kick in the butt in the execution coaching part. Not only 4 times, but times 3, you will get 10 sessions. Okay. And of course, I'm not going to charge you $4,523, right? I'm going to give you a very special because you're here with me today on this special webinar. For today only, it's $497. Click the button below and sign up at chatbot-domination.com/go. Okay, it's available today only. By the end of this webinar, it will close at $497. So one more thing I'm going to give you. Special bonus, quick action bonus. If you do so before the end of this webinar, you are going to get your fully functional personal chatbot built live. What I'm going to do is during the Q&A and probably as well as the part of the coaching sessions, I'm going to select the first 10 lucky students with a clear bot idea or a clear business model or a clear project idea, something that I can grasp on and I can build something. I'm going to build you that bot live so that everybody can learn. Once that is built, everybody can have access to that bot. Download that bot, install into your system, and you will have that. Okay, we will basically cover any industry. All right, so this is super valuable because you will never get something like this from any other teachers out there, okay, any other trainers out there. So only for the first 10 students, fully functional chatbot built for you. Okay, if you're one of those students who would like to do everything yourself, okay, very good. I will appreciate that, but I will just come in and do an audit. What it means is that I will look through your flow, I will look through your sequence, and then I'll tell you where you need to move things about and simplify things. Okay, so I will show you. Every single session will be a case study. Every single session, you will not only learn thought processes of every step that I do for that business, which is going to be different every time. Okay, plus you're going to get that bot. And by the way, not only you're going to get that bot, this will go into my vault. Okay, so the vault will get bigger and bigger and bigger. So you have more resources, more product to sell if you want to. $497 value, available only for the next 30 minutes before the webinar ends. Okay, so let's move on. Total value right now has bumped up to $5,020 with the addition of the done for you personal chatbot. Okay, so you can see why it's a good deal even at 5020. But of course, I'm not going to charge you that. Not even going to charge you 1997 nor 997. By the way, 997 is going to be my standard price. After today, as I move on, it will be 997. Okay, so let us just revisit the survey analysis that they have done. If you haven't watched the video, get in touch with me. It's in my page anyway, my business page on Facebook. So I've done an analysis, and it pretty much it should become your blueprint moving forward in 2019. Okay, what you have told me after the analysis of all the survey results is you guys need a system automation in place so that you can do lead generation and conversions more effectively. And how you want to do that is you needed coaching. You told me you needed a self-paced study course. You also needed someone to do that certain things for you, which is a done for you service, because you don't have time, okay, to create everything from scratch. So I'm giving you all that because that's what you asked for. And you're willing to invest up to $1,000 for a possible $1,000 to $10,000 per month income. Invest 1,000, moving forward, every single month, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, like that. Okay, just imagine the possibility. And you need help getting started because you have no idea. Some of you say you have no idea, no product. You needed a done for you product. Guess what? I am giving you that as well. So everything you asked for in the survey, you are getting. One of the most, let me repeat this again, one of the most valuable things that you're going to get is the environment, the mastermind environment, okay? The coaching, the kick in the butt, the execution. Very important is execution, because if you learn, it's just theory, okay? If you don't put in practice, one of the way that you can become a master, where you can achieve mastery, is to become a practitioner. What it means that you have to execute, you have to take actions, okay? Leave things on your own. Your crap is going to come up again. I'm too busy. I don't have time. I'm not good enough. I have to do this. I have to do that. I don't have time. All those things will crop up again. You need accountability partner. You need an environment that supports you. And this is what I'm giving you. 4 weeks of coaching, live coaching of how you can take a concept, how you can take a theory, how you can take what you have already learned into practical execution, something that you can apply. Okay, 4 weeks in March, 4 weeks in July, 4 weeks in September. You get to access all of them for the next 12 months from the time you sign on. $1,997 value. Okay, but today you can get started for $497. All right, very important. Go to chatbot-domination.com/go. Okay, you have two options. Basically, you have the first option is, well, you can always go back on your excuses. You can come up with 101 excuses why you won't take action now, and you do nothing, and you slip back into your comfort zone, and nothing changes. 2019 is going to be the same as 2018. Would you want that? Right? If you wanted that, you wouldn't be on this webinar. So go for option number 2, which is results. You can choose to have results by investing in this program, by investing in yourself, and let me help you build your system and your processes and your business so that you can have the results that you deserve. Okay? So make sure that 2019 is not the same as 2018. You've got to do something different so that you have the results. Okay? Again, 90% off. Today only is $497. Go to chatbot-domination.com/go. All right. I think all of you, if not most of you, if not all, should have already read the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, right? This is to answer a lot, because the two major obstacles you guys are facing is no money and no time. I'm going to address that right now. No money, if you have read that book, Robert Kiyosaki talks about disposable income. Poor people spend their money on doodads. Rich people invest in themselves or an asset that can produce an ROI. Okay. Now, when you have no money, you only need to do one single thing which is different, which is to ask the right questions. A lot of the time when I talk to people and they tell me, I don't have money, I don't have time, and they stop there. Okay, I have this. That's why I cannot do what you're telling me to do. They stop there. My response to you is, so what's next? You have to start asking yourself those type of questions along that line. Because if you don't, you are always being stopped by your excuses. Okay, so ask the right questions. Like, how do I get the money? Like, for instance, right? I'm going to the Funnel Hacking Live 2019 next month in Tennessee, and for the longest time, I have avoided looking into that because the flight is too long, 30 hours, just to fly there, and then it's like I have to get into a hotel for more than a week because it's a long program, right? And I have to stay before and after so that I'm not too overwhelmed. So overall, I'm going to need about $5,000 to cover for the whole cost. So I totally avoided that because I don't want to go away for too long, right? Then I started changing my mind late last year. I wanted to go, so I asked the right question. I asked, how do I get that money in order for me to go to that event without me spending a single cent of my own money? And you know what? Within 2 weeks, I got a student who came in, and then the whole trip is all covered. Okay, if I can do that, you guys can do the same thing. Okay, that as well. So people who spend the money on doodads, if you don't, poor people. All right, you probably will have a lot of doodads like I did. When I first started, I knew for a fact that I needed to get a mentor to help me because I cannot afford to ding dong my way and test this and trial and error and things like that to find my way to find my results, get to my results. I know I need to get a mentor. And at that time, my first mentor wanted $10,000 that I don't have. So I began to ask the right question. How do I get that money? All right, I need to get that money. I need to get the mentorship. So I began to ask the right question. I was into photography, so I began to sell off my digital SLR cameras and lenses and other stuff, and I managed to find the $10,000 to pay my mentor, and that's the reason. One of the reasons why I got my results so fast. Okay, that's what I needed to do. I did what I needed to do to invest in myself. So next is I have no time. Okay, if I tell you, people who say I have no time are pure lazy. You don't push yourself hard enough. You let that excuse stops you. Let me tell you how you find time. Okay. Now, once and for all, once you learn this, please never ever tell people you have no time. Let's take a look at a hypothetical daily schedule. This is what I do. You put a spreadsheet and you put your time, and then you put your activity by 1 hour block. Okay, this is possibly very similar to what everybody goes through. You wake up, shower, breakfast at 7 a.m., commute to work 8 a.m. Let's just assume that you take an hour to go to work. Whether you drive or you take public transport, doesn't matter. Okay. Office, you reach office at 9 a.m. you start work, you check your email. 10 a.m. you have a meeting. The next 2 hours you have project work. 1 p.m. you have lunch, and then after that 3 hours of work. Then you get off at 5 p.m. you go to the gym. Then 6 p.m. commute back home. 7 p.m. you have dinner. 8 p.m. you have family time. 9 to 10 p.m. you watch TV, you watch Netflix, or you watch YouTube, whatever it is that you do to relax. Then 11 p.m. you go to bed. All right. Now, a lot of you say you have a full-time job, you need to take care of a family, you're already hustling something, you really don't have time to do anything else. Okay, even if you need to focus on whatever you are on, you need to find the time to do whatever it takes to get the results. You must make sure that 2019 must never be the same as 2018. It's got to be always better. I'm going to show you how to find time. Watch this. Only 1% will be willing to do this. Okay. Now, commute to work. Can you, if you're driving, can you listen to an audio training? If you're commuting by public transport, can you watch a training video? Okay, same for coming home. Okay, 6 p.m. Now, if you go to the gym, also the same thing. Can you listen to a podcast on your iPod, on your phone? Can you listen to an audiobook that will help you with your mindset? All right. Now, for the next 3 hours, while you're watching 9 to 10 p.m., 9 to 11 p.m., while you're watching TV, can you not watch TV for the next 2-3 months? You just work on your execution, whatever you have learned in earlier in the day. Okay, can you go to bed 1 hour later? if you follow what you see new daily schedule on the right hand side, you will be able to get back 3 to 4.5 hours of your life, of your schedule back. You have no time. This is the answer. Okay, you have to just reprioritize your life. Do whatever it takes. Ask the right question. How do I find the time? And you will find the time. Because, you know, I was exactly like that. I'm nothing special. I also have responsibilities. I have similar commitments too. You know, I have bills to pay. I personally hate phone sales. Okay, I don't really get Instagram and some other social media. I hate SEO and other technical stuff. I'd rather pay for other people to do my technical things. I hate failing. I hate wasting time. I have done a ton of trials and errors and discover what works and what doesn't. I value growth. I like fulfillment. I like contribution. If I can do what I did, if I can do it, I promise you that you can do the same. All right. Now, as you can see, my family pictures on the right. These are the reason. They are the reasons why I do what I do. I need to be able to provide for my son's education. Whether it doesn't matter whether he goes to college or not, but I need to be able to provide for that. Okay, I may tell him, don't use that money to start your business. You can fail 10 times with the money, right? You will learn a lot than going to college, for instance, right? But if you want to go to college for the experience, by all means, I want to be able to provide for that. Now, my mom is getting older. She has early signs of Alzheimer's. Her hands, she's getting forgetful. Her left hand's shaking like crazy. All right. So again, I want to be able to provide for her if anything happens. Okay. So I have my priority, as you can see. So I'll do whatever it takes. Now I'm going to remove all the risks away from you guys. Okay. I'm going to make it a no-brainer for you. I'm going to give you a 30 days ironclad satisfaction guarantee. If you don't like what you get for the money that you paid, if you're not completely happy with your purchase, I don't want your money. I'll give you a full refund. No questions asked. There's nothing better than that. So that makes it risk-free. Then that makes it like you have nothing to lose. Take 90% off today, $497 only to get into the whole program. Okay, as you can see, you're getting everything in the screen. Okay, more testimonial. I would like to add, Pankaj, Messenger chatbot has kept my agency busy since I started it last year in Toronto. It gets lots of organic leads and more people gets to know about it. And thank you, Peter, for showing me how it is done in the first place. Okay, so I don't need to read through the whole thing. I can just brush through. Nobody is better at creating value for this team than Peter Chow. Thank you. So again, you have seen the testimonies of these guys. I'm just repeating it here. Okay, money versus time. I don't need to go into that. So if any one of you have any more questions, right, this is what you do. Get in touch with me with the link below on the screen. You can screen capture that right now. Okay, and you will be able to reach out to me quickly on Messenger, and I will be able to help you with whatever you need. Answer any questions you have. Right. So again, it's $497 today. You get everything mentioned in the program. Q&A. Let's quickly go through the Q&A so that I can answer some of the most important questions you guys have. But first, as promised, I'm going to give you what I promised earlier on. You have stayed all the way through, and thank you for that. I'm going to give you my automated global events registration bot process flow. What you see here is what I'm going to give you in the PDF, but I can't give you this because I cannot get my manager to export this in high enough resolution for you to see everything. So what I did is I managed to find a flow that only have half the information. That means only one row of gallery cities, but everything is the same. Okay, I can export this so I can produce this in PDF with high enough resolution that you can read every single word in there. So I'm going to give you that. So download the bot sequence PDF flow at the link on your screen. You can just screen capture that. And you can also install the bot into your ManyChat program. Okay, now ManyChat is what I use, so you should consider using that as well. It's not an affiliate program. They don't have one, so I don't get anything even when you create a paying account. Okay. Okay, let's go. I'm not sure how to put theory in practice. That's why I have the live coaching session where I'm going to help you tackle that. All right, I will not leave you alone. You will always come out knowing exactly what you can do. Now, the next question is, what software do I need to buy in order to run chatbot for my business? You need to buy nothing. You only need to subscribe to ManyChat. Now, you can also take on another platform, like for instance, Opesta or ChatFuel. Doesn't matter, because whatever you learn will be applicable. It's just that the way to implement certain things will be slightly different. Okay. So again, if you were to go on ManyChat, it's only $10 per month for the pro features. You would need the pro features, pro account, because certain features are needed in there. Okay. But it's only $10. You start with $10 per month. Super affordable. Would I get to learn how to put messenger on ads on Facebook? Yes, you absolutely will. What happens if I change my mind? That's after you sign up, you change your mind. That's why I have the ironclad guarantee. You can always change your mind, and I will give you a full refund. Okay, I'm not even worried about that you are going to cheat me, because you will get to keep everything that I'm giving you, even if you change your mind. Because I trust that you will find value in whatever I'm going to teach you, whatever I'm giving you for a measly $497. That you will not do that. Do I still need an email responder and capture page? You actually don't, but I'm going to go into why you would need them. Okay, especially your capture page, which is we are using ClickFunnels, and I will tell you exactly why ClickFunnels is super important in your overall strategy of multiple streams of income. You will need that. Can a messenger bot help increase my conversion rate? It absolutely can. I have already shown you that. Can I use a bot for my MLM network marketing? Yes, you can. I've also covered that as well. I have full-time job, may not have enough spare time to learn this. Okay, I've also covered that strongly, powerfully in the portion when you say you don't have time or you don't have money, especially when you don't have time. Okay. It's just lazy. Ask the right question and you will find the time. I have no experience and I'm not IT savvy. Yes, you can still learn. When I first started, I have no experience as well. Okay, I'm going to guide you. I run a brick and mortar business. Do I need a chatbot? Well, almost every enlightened brick and mortar businesses are getting on the game. You should, if you don't want to get left behind. I lost my money in my last opportunity and I'm scared. Okay, your past doesn't equal your future. You should learn to put that aside and move powerfully forward. Okay, can I use a bot in affiliate marketing to earn a small income every month? You absolutely can earn a small income every month, but I'm going to teach you how to earn not only a small income every month, but also a big income every month, because what you get to earn depends on what you are selling or what you're promoting. Don't limit yourself to small income. No money, no time, no job, overwhelm. Okay, I've covered that as well. No money, well, ask the right question. No time, ask the right question. No job, all the more reason you should start an online business now in 2019. Okay, so that you don't need a job. Overwhelm, I'm going to give you everything in step-by-step training and also coaching. So what else do you need? Talk to me on the group, okay, on Facebook group. All right, so let's look at this. 2019, 2018. Will your 2019 be the same as 2018? That's the question you need to ask yourself. How bad do you want it? Results, right? That will tell you what you need to do. For me personally, my 2019 objective is I'm going towards the 2 Comma Club. Okay, and if you're willing to come with me, I'm going to show you how. So again, here's what you're going to get: online course, 4-week group coaching, Facebook Live, ultimate resources checklist, done for you chatbot, ClickFunnels Mastery online course, how to create a custom lead magnet, including you will also get template to lead magnet, chatbot nomination template vote, Supercharge Summit 2018 Sydney presentation, and done for you personal chatbot. For the first 10 students, total value is 5,320. Okay, after this, the price is going to go up to 997, which is my original price. Okay, this is my launch. You get it for $497 today. So go to chatbot-domination.com/go. Okay, with that, this is the end of my presentation of my training, and do hope to see you guys on the program. Okay, so what you have gone through so far today is how to leverage a messenger bot, especially when I'm showing you my 3 secret hacks, right? You have already gotten the secrets. You have also seen my exact hack that you can also use to 10 times your online business in 2019. Okay, so make sure that 2019, you go into 2019 powerfully. This is the best time to learn chatbot leverage automation so that you can start growing a business in 2019. Especially if you don't have a job, well, build yourself a job, create a job for yourself. Okay, so this is it. You don't need a job. You need to become an entrepreneur. Okay, and leverage on my blueprint. I'm going to give you. In fact, I have given you my blueprint. I've given you my bot, so you can start learning. So thank you so much for being here with me, guys. I totally appreciate you. And once again, if you want to jump on and sign on to my program, I would love to work with you and take 2019 powerfully, and we start building results for our business, okay, and change our life and change other people's lives in the process. Because entrepreneurs are the only one that can change people's lives. Okay, $497 only for today. So go to chatbot-domination.com/go. Once again, thank you so much for being with me, and have a great day.